Sony's history begins in the aftermath of World War II. In May 1946, Masaru Ibuka, an electronics engineer, opened a small repair shop in Tokyo called Tokyo Tsushin Kogyo. While sales were modest, it demonstrated the company's ability to design and manufacture domestically. That same year, they rebranded as Sony, combining Sonus, Latin for sound, and Sunny, an English nickname implying youth and energy. Just 3 years later, the company unveiled the TR-55, Japan's first transistor radio, small battery-powered and affordable. The TR-63 sold millions worldwide and positioned Sony as a global electronics innovator. Joining him shortly thereafter was Aki Morita, a physicist from a prominent sake brewing family. Their shared vision, to rebuild Japan through innovation in consumer electronics. By 1949, Tokyo Tsushin Kogyo had developed its first original product, a rice cooker. A year later, it purchased Columbia Pictures, marking its entry into film and television production. These moves allowed Sony to integrate content and devices, laying groundwork for future cross-platform entertainment. In the late 1980s, Sony collaborated with Nintendo to develop a CD-ROM for the Super Nintendo. When that partnership dissolved, Sony pressed ahead alone. Each generation pushed technological boundaries, DVD and Blu-ray support, online gaming via PlayStation Network, and advanced graphics processors, ensuring Sony's continued dominance in interactive entertainment. In December 1994, launched the original PlayStation in Japan and, in 1995, in North America and Europe. Equipped to handle full-motion video and 3D graphics, the PlayStation offered titles like Ridge Racer, Final Fantasy VII, and Metal Gear Solid, which became instant classics. Its CCD and later CMOS sensors powered not only Sony's own Cybershot and Alpha camera lines, but also became the standard in smartphones worldwide. By the 2010s, Sony was the leading supplier of mobile image sensors, with products found in Apple iPhones, Samsung Galaxy devices, and countless other flagship models. By 2000, Sony had sold over 100 million PlayStation consoles, unseating Sega and Nintendo to become the world's leading gaming platform. These changes bore fruit. The PlayStation 4 became one of the best-selling consoles ever. Camera sensor sales soared. Its 1968 launch of the Trinitron Color TV, featuring a unique single gun aperture grill tube, set a new industry standard for picture quality. Trinitron TVs won an Emmy Award in 1973 and became synonymous with Sony's reputation for premium electronics. The company's consumer electronics division struggled against cheaper competitors from South Korea and China. Its mobile phone business failed to gain significant market share against iOS and Android. Sony responded by refocusing on its strengths: high-end imaging, gaming, and entertainment content. Early breakthroughs, transistor radios, and Trinitron. In 1955, Sony licensed transistor technology from Bell Labs in the United States by continually redefining how we create, consume, and interact with technology and content. Sony has left an indelible mark on modern culture and promises to remain at the forefront of entertainment and innovation for decades to come. Though it never surpassed Nokia or Apple, it demonstrated Sony's willingness to explore new markets. Throughout the 1960s, Sony expanded into new categories. The Walkman revolution in 1979. Masaru Ibuka challenged Sony engineers to create a portable music player so he could listen to opera rehearsals on the go. The result was the TPSL to Walkman, a compact, lightweight cassette player with personal headphones. Initially marketed as a device for gym-goers and commuters, it ignited a cultural phenomenon. By the mid-1980s, Walkman was a household name, and Sony had sold over 100 million units across various models. The Walkman redefined how the world consumed music on demand and on the move. Diversification and entertainment beyond hardware, Sony pursued content creation. In 1988, it acquired CBS Records, forming Sony Music Entertainment. The birth of PlayStation, the next seismic shift, came in gaming. Sony continued to build on this success with the PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, and PlayStation 5. Advances in imaging and mobile. Parallel to gaming, Sony excelled in imaging. In the mobile phone arena, Sony Ericsson produced popular Walkman branded and Cybershot branded phones. Challenges and resurgence. The early 2000s and 2010s brought challenges. Under the leadership of CEO Kazuo Hirai, Sony sold off unprofitable divisions, streamlined operations, and invested heavily in PlayStation and sensor technology. Today and beyond, in the mid-2020s, Sony stands as a multifaceted entertainment conglomerate. PlayStation, with a thriving ecosystem of consoles. Services like PlayStation Plus and live streaming via PlayStation Now, imaging and sensing solutions, supplying cutting-edge camera sensors to smartphone manufacturers and professional cameras, music and pictures, with Sony Music and Sony Pictures generating blockbuster films, TV shows, and hit records. Electronics, focusing on premium audio, video, and professional broadcast equipment. Sony also invests in next-generation tech, electric vehicle sensors, virtual reality, artificial intelligence for image and sound processing, in 360-degree entertainment robotics. Over nearly a century, Sony's journey from a tomb and repair shop in post-war Tokyo to a globally recognized innovator has been guided by its founding spirit. Do what has never been done before.